Basically, we need the $50,000 just to set up inventory, get the etchers in place, operating capital, marketing, supplies, the operations, and of course, marketing or the advertising budget.
Is there anything else you can think of that we'd use money for?
Just to make it grow, and it's a start off. It's a starting up position.
Now I notice that we've got some perks for certain levels of contribution. What are these?
The initial perk, $25, you get a certificate that recognizes you as a Fluffy Stone participant, part of the family. The next level is $100 of where you actually get a Fluffy Stone, something like this or a little smaller, and you're able to, for $100, that's what you get. You can do any upgrades these as you want, but that's the basics. And the $1,000 gives you a Fluffy Stone with a little etching, maybe a silhouette of your pet, whether it be dog or cat or horse or whatever.
Okay, there's a motivation for this. You know, there's obviously a motivation for someone buying a tombstone for their family member in memoriam. You know, why would someone buy this for an animal companion?
Well, my 20 years in the Granite Remembrance Stone and ornamental stone, we were interacting mainly with the cemetery side, the death care side, for human beings. But I also noticed that there was the odd need or want on the person interacting with their companion, their pet companion, that really you interchange a sense of unconditional love. And actually, pets for older people are probably a primary part of their life. A lot of people don't recognize that there is a grieving process for this. In fact, some people may be even embarrassed about it, but it's a fact of life. They're their companion, it's gone. Where do they go? We're helping them bridge that grieving process through addressing that need within the animal companion environment.
When you were answering the last question, you mentioned that you had been involved in the granite business for some years, since 1992. What has been your involvement in that granite business?
Well, right back since 1956, I've always been in mining. And then in 1992, I got involved in a dimension stone quarry that extracted big rocks that were sent around the world to be processed into building siding, floor tiles. But primary market was into the monument side for memorialization. And on occasion, people would approach me and say, geez, my daughter just lost the pet, the family pet, and what can I do to help? I said, come out to the quarry and find a little pet rock. Will help that grieving process. Other people wanted to actually get something etched into the rock. Other people were looking at maybe value add even more. Might as be a flower holder with the ashes underneath, Fluffy's name on it, your dog's name on it, polished. You have, as you say, the rock, a small rock with a hole in it. It's all relative. These rocks are warm, vibrant, and I believe that the spirit's in the stone. That's my belief, and a lot of cultures do believe that too. So it helps you interact with that moment of grieving, or that week, month. Some people grieve for way past and forever, 5, 7 years. What's the difference between a human being and a companion pet? Nothing. If it's important to you, it's important to you. We'll help you through that. There's no service out there to do that.
Granite memorialization is the ultimate. I've heard that statement before. What does that mean?
Well, granite, of course, being one of the hardest stones, withstands weathering, the time of weathering and what have you. It's tough. Second of all, if you're going to make a statement for someone's life, then put it in the best stone possible, granite. It only respects, it's respect to with the person you're grieving for or the pet you're grieving for. Take the proper and best media. Second of that, if you're etching into granite a statement for your pet companion, something that is important to you, it's there forever.
We are inviting people to write on what's called a fluffy stone blog. What's the purpose of that?
Well, again, any grieving process, you feel alone. Yes, your experience is unique to you and your companion pet, but that being said, you're not alone. Other people are experiencing or have experienced or into different stages of that. They call it on the human side the grieving process. No difference for pets, animals, companions. So the blog is a place that people can interact, share experiences, and help others that are just starting to go in it, and or be helped by people that are there for a long time. It's like a family concept. It goes on way beyond your grieving process, and you're interacting with other people that have some common cause, i.e. respecting that process of losing your pet.
Indiegogo is a site set up for crowd sharing and sourcing of capital. And it has tools that people are supposed to use. What do you say that these people should do with those tools?
Well, they're self-explanatory, but I mean, it's a way to communicate to us in the media of Indiegogo and show your interest and what direction you can go to do that, or your lack of interest. We're only focusing into the people that need our helping hand through this moment. And, you know, magical, mystical, fluffy rock, as we like to call it, or fluffy stone, it's just part of that process. Indiegogo is the starting point as we're addressing the world in this service.